Hello everyone, welcome to your channel Biology Spark. Today we will discuss regarding the structure of kidney given under chapter number 19 excretory products and their elimination. So in case of excretory system, kidney is one of the most important organ where it leads to the formation of filtration, or either we can say the purification of blood and formation of urine. All other organ of excretory system are serve as only passage. So main organ is the kidney. Now move towards the external characteristic of kidney. So it is a bean-shaped structure. The size is 11 centimeter in length, 6 centimeter in breadth and 3 centimeter in thickness. Weight 150 gram. Outer surface, so this one is the outer surface, and outer surface is convex while inner surface is called as concave in shape. Move to the next part regarding the location and position. So where the kidney are located in our body, it is located on posterior abdominal wall. So it is located in abdominal region, one on each side of vertebral column. So you see in the diagram, this one is the vertebral column and this one is the vertebral column. So on dorsal part of body, on each side of vertebral column, the kidney are located behind the peritoneum. So this on ventral side there is a presence of peritoneum and below the diaphragm. So this one is the diaphragm and below the diaphragm there is a presence of kidney. So present on both sides of vertebral column. Now, what is the position? What is the position of kidney? So, on dorsal side of abdominal region, between the last thoracic vertebra to the third lumbar vertebra. So, we have to remember the position last thoracic to the third lumbar vertebra, and right kidney is somewhat lower in position as compared to the left kidney due to the presence of liver. Move towards the outer covering of kidney. So kidney is well protected by presence of three parts. One that is moved from outer to the inner one. So renal fascia, which anchor kidney to the abdominal wall. So you see in the diagram particularly this layer, this transparent layers which is called as a renal fascia, and particularly this help the attachment of kidney to the dorsal abdominal wall. But dorsal surface of kidney is attached to the dorsal abdominal wall, but ventral surface is covered by peritoneum. So it is called as a retroperitoneal kidney, or it is also called as an extraperitoneal kidney. Inner to the renal fascia, there is a presence of adipose capsule, that is a fat layer. You see, this layer is a fat layer which is present below the renal fascia, which again provide protection, and the most inner layer, that is renal capsule, which is composed of fibrous tissues and which surrounding. So it is a tough fibrous reddish brown colored layer which surrounding the kidney. So three layers are present over the kidney. Move towards the inner side of kidney. Now in case of internal structure, first we discuss regarding the cortex. So cortex is the reddish brown layer of tissue which consists of renal corpuscles, PCT and DCT. So this outer part of kidney is called as a renal cortex, which mostly, as we know, the nephron is the basic unit of kidney. It is a structural and functional unit. 100 millions of nephron are present in each kidney. How the nephrons are situated, how they are positioned. So the Malpighian bodies, that is renal corpuscles, proximal convoluted tubule and DCT, distal convoluted tubules, are located in the cortex region. So the outer region is called as a cortex. Move to the renal column of Bartini. So renal column of Bartini, particularly it is the renal column of Bartini, the projection of cortex into the medulla. So this part is called as a renal column, or it is also called as a column of Bartini. It is the projections which are this one, which is present between the two medullary pyramids or extended part of cortex between the middle inner layer of kidney. Move to the next part, that is medulla. So medulla is the innermost part of kidney. Outer part is cortex and inner part is called as a medulla. So inner part, it consists of conical projections or areas which is called as a pyramid. So medullary pyramids, they are present in medulla region, they are pyramid shape, so they are called as a medullary pyramids. So these are the medullary pyramids which are separated by the renal column, and there are approximate 8 to 18 renal pyramids present in each kidney. Now, these medullary pyramids, mostly it consists of a loop of Henle's and collecting duct of Naphrona. So, PCT, DCT and Malpighian body are in cortex, while loop of Henle's and collecting duct are present in medullary pyramids. Renal papilla. Renal papilla is the apex of pyramids, which contain the ducts of Bellini, and it receive the filtrate from the collecting ducts and open into the minor calyx. So the apical part of each medullary pyramids, this part is called as a renal papilla, which have a duct of Bellinis and that receive the filtrate from the collecting ducts and they are open into the minor calyx. So you see this part is called as a papillary region. So which have a duct of Bellinis and they are open into the minor calyx. So these are the minor calyx you see here. The minor calyx again they merge with each other. The all minor calyx merge, it forms the major calyx and that major calyx are open into the renal pelvis. So renal papilla, that is the apex of pyramids, medullary pyramids. Next part, major calyx. So minor calyx unite, it leads to the formation of major calyx. So this one is the major calyx, this part. Move to the next part, renal pelvis. So renal pelvis is a funnel shaped structure which is formed by the major calyx and which collect the urine and leads to the ureter. So this part is called as a renal pelvis. So a funnel shaped structure, this one, a funnel shaped structure that is called as renal pelvis and which collect urine from the major calyx and it leads to the ureter. So this part is the ureter. So what is the passage of urine? Let's see the passage of urine, where it is formed and how it is comes into the ureter. So you see here the Malpighian body is present in the cortex which carry out the filtration. Then it comes into the loop of Henle's, DCT and collecting duct. Collecting duct is open into the papillary region where the duct of Bellini is there. So from loop of Henle's, DCT, duct of Bellini, it come to the minor calyx, major calyx, then renal pelvis and renal pelvis to the ureter. Move to the next part, renal hilum. So what is the renal hilum? A opening which is present on the concave border, that is renal hilum. So this opening is called as a renal hilum where the renal arteries enter and renal vein and ureter which are exit from the, so this one is a renal vein, renal arteries enter into the kidney, renal vein escape, and this one is the ureter which is leave from the kidney from the renal hilum. Move towards the function of kidney. So we know first function that it carry out the formation of urine which serve as a excretory organ. Move to the another function, endocrine function. It leads to the secretion of certain hormone. First one is the renin. So renin carry out the particularly which helps in the regulation of blood pressure by formation of angiotensin. So it is one type of an enzyme which is secreted by juxtaglomerular apparatus. Another one is a dihydroxycholecalciferol, which is also the biological active form of vitamin D3 found in the kidney. And last one, erythropoietin, a hormone which is essential for the RBC formation. Another most important function is the osmoregulation. So besides the purification of blood, it also regulates the osmotic pressure by regulating the fluid as well as electrolyte balance. Homeostasis, it also regulates the pH balance, means acid and base balance of our body fluids as well as blood. Excretion, that it leads to the metabolic waste of body are excreted in form of major amount is urea, creatinine, uric acid, etc. via urine. It also carry out the excretion of certain drugs as well as toxins. Selective reabsorption, so it carry out the reabsorption of certain important components like glucose, amino acids, water, electrolytes, which are necessary for our body. So erythropoiesis, so it helps in the formation of RBC formation by secretion of erythropoietin hormone. So these are the functions of kidney. So we have completed the structure and function of kidney. Hope you enjoy this video, and please, if you want my previous video, then click on the I button on the top of left corner, share it and subscribe it.